activity. Hey, what's going on guys? It's Lucky, and today we're going to be doing a review on one of the lighting kits I got recently. It was actually very cheap on Amazon. It was only £23 I think it was, and I will leave all the links in the description. And these are like two things that we're going to be showing today, because it does actually really help you with your streams, and it also makes your webcam look a lot better as well for your streams or videos. It doesn't just have to be for stream. So today we're going to be reviewing the Neewer 176 LED panel. It's actually very good, and for the price you can't really argue. One of the downsides to this is actually you don't actually get a battery or a DC charger, so I would suggest either looking for a very cheap DC cord, and that just plugs into your power bricks and then into a plug socket. They are very cheap, and I had one lying around, but you can buy them on Amazon for like £5 or £10, or you can alternatively buy the batteries, but they are pretty much the same price as the panels, which is just going to add up your price. Plus, the benefits of having a DC charger is you can have it constantly plugged in, constantly turned on, whereas a battery, it's only going to last a certain amount of time. I'm not exactly sure on how long it lasts, but I use a DC port, so it's actually very easy for when I'm streaming for longer than 6 hours. So this is the panel, and it's actually very small. Now if you have a softbox, then obviously you're probably going to be excited about something like this. It's very small, it's very bright as well, and it can also attach to cameras as well, as long as you've got the ports to screw it on or wherever. I'm not too sure, as I don't really have those type of cameras. So in the box you do get the LED panel, like I said, and you also get two screen filters, one which is like frosty white. As you can see, it doesn't really look well when you probably get the light on. When I have it on, it doesn't really do much, so I tend to just leave it on and not pay attention to it. But it doesn't really do much, and it comes with one of these as well, so it's like a slight tint of, it looks bronzy, so it's going to give you some colour to your face. And again, not too interested. I just want a white light, because I do have a coloured light there which just lights my face up, saves it being fully white. So this LED panel is very small, as you can tell. With the softboxes are very big, and also they get very hot. These don't really get that hot. So one of the things you can do with the panel is also attach it to a tripod. I mounted mine to my wall. The mount that you get to attach it to the camera, I just glued it to the wall, and it seems weird gluing stuff to the wall, but it's actually very light, and it doesn't ever look like it's going to fall off unless I rip it off the wall. If you haven't got the desk space to be putting a tripod behind your monitor, then I would suggest either gluing it to your wall. Obviously, glue it to something that can be easily replaced. Don't just glue it to something where you're going to regret. I'm not too fussed, as I can just replace the wallpaper. It's very easy to do, so I'm not too fussed about that. If you're a lot younger than me, your parents are probably going to be like, what are you doing? Whereas I'm old. I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to make my own decisions and stuff like that, and it's actually very easy to just mount to the wall. You can actually see it right here, and yeah, it's literally just screw it on and it's done. So on the back of the LED panel you have a few options to power it. So you can either power by battery, which is going to put the price up, because I think it's like £25 for the battery, and to be honest, batteries, you can't really stream for endless hours, and I'm not too sure on how long the batteries actually last for. But I use a DC port. As you can see, there's a DC port here if I just put it close to the camera, and that uses a 6 volt to 17 volts, but I have a 12 volt DC plugged into it, and that just powers it enough. And it also has a little LED panel here, which is when it's on, it lights up and tells you how much the brightness is. It goes from 99 to 10. Normally I can't really tell the difference between 99 to 50, so I'm guessing it's some form of error. So it's from 50 to 10. I will give you guys an example of what the light looks like when it's on, and also the brightness, just so you guys can get a hint of how bright it actually is. So now I have the DC port, and pretty much you get your panel and just plug it into the DC port slot. It's literally as simple as that, and then you just hold the power button and then it comes on. As you can see on the back, it's come up as 50, so sometimes it will actually display 99, but I'm guessing that's just some form of error. But 50 is the max, and then you can just adjust it to go all the way down to 10. So with it being on 10, I'm just going to place it here, and this is how bright it is. It's not, no, it's not enough to hurt your eyes, but it's enough to light your face enough for the webcams and stuff like that. Obviously when I'm streaming, normally it's about here, so you can see it's a lot softer the further you put it away, obviously, because it's, you know, light. And the filters, we're gonna show you an example with the bronze filter. So with the bronze filter, you know, it gives a slight orange tint to my face, which I'm not really a fan of. I just do it through saturation on the webcam, and if I just remove this, you can see the difference, and if I push it away, that's where it normally is. And if I use the clear filter, which again, it looks really good from here, but as soon as you put it on, if I place it here and then slide it on, you know, you can't really tell the difference. Like I'm literally pushing it in front and there's literally barely any difference. Let's show you guys the brightness. So this is the number 10. We can go up to 50. So let's go higher and higher. So that is the highest it goes. As you can see, I'm probably blacked out on the camera, but it is really bright, and this is how bright it gets. Now, this is where I had it before, and again, it's still really bright, and it's kind of tearing to the eye because it's that bright. Now, if I move it closer, it's going to start really hurting my eye, and it's just going to make me look stupid, and it's not very good to look at when you're streaming. So I suggest just messing around with the settings. Again, I keep mine on 10, which is the lowest, because 50 is just way too bright, and it's just 10 is just perfect for, you know, streaming and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in mounting it to a tripod instead of the wall methods, which I do, again, you know, make sure you ask your parents if it's okay for you to do so. So in other ways, you can use a tripod. This is about £10 on Amazon. I will leave links to everything in the description. So pretty much you can just adjust the legs, you know. It has 3 different layers. So it goes very, very big, and then we can adjust this one as well. So it goes even bigger. Now at this big, it starts to get very, very unsteady, and I wouldn't suggest putting this behind your monitor because, you know, it's going to be way too high. So I normally, if you do buy this one, this is what I normally do. So on the second one, I just move it out. If you want, you can max it out and then just push it in ever so slightly, and then just clip it down. As simple as that, and make sure you do that for all of them. And to put the panel on, all you have to do is look for the screw on, as you can see here, and then place your panel. There will be a mount on the bottom. Just place your panel on top, and then at the bottom here, so you put it on top and then keep it in place, don't drop it like I did. And on this mount, it has a screw, so you can put it on, keep it still, and then just screw on. Make sure it's nice and firm because you don't want it wobbling everywhere. So now I technically have a, you know, a tripod lighting kit. This is not included with the Neewer, but you can pick it up for £10, like I said, off Amazon. But it's very handy if you want to stick it behind your monitor or something like that. And it's also got a handle at the back, so you can actually just adjust it. You can put it all the way up, you can put it all the way down, and you can also put it left and right. It's very easy to use, and you can also make it very tall as well. So if you're using the standard size and not very tall, you can make it a lot bigger by unscrewing this. So if you unscrew this one just a little bit, and then you can adjust the size as well, which is very handy, and for £10 you can't really argue. I will leave links in the description to the 176 LED version with a DC port and also the tripod, just in case you guys are interested. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this. If you guys find this interesting, make sure you guys tell me in the comments, leave a like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.